Hello again, everybody. David Clary, along with Mark and Shauna Haste, along with Alex Myers, Christian Rosas Rodriguez, along with Mike Sheehan here at the Wildcat Arena, getting set for Lady Wildcat basketball, Region 2 tournament action. The Lady Wildcats and the Lady Rebels of Maryville High School. The two teams are warming up down on Jill Pruden Court as we speak, getting set for an exciting night of basketball. Shauna Haste, you have more information.
Yes, thanks, Dave. Tonight, the Lady Wildcats and the Lady Rebels want to take the next step towards state tournament trip in this elimination semifinal round here at Wildcat Arena. The winners of tonight's game will play for the region championship, but more importantly, they will qualify for a Saturday sectional. Sectional winners move on to Murfreesboro and the state tournament. Tonight's great game is brought to you by a donation from Bob and Ann McNeese, plus Jerry and Lisa Williams of a Trinity Home Care and Consulting, LLC. We thank you for your support and helping us get to tonight's game live stream on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. Maryville is the defending region championship and the team responsible for ending the Lady Wildcat season last year with their 71-67 win at Bearden. Maryville went on to beat the Lady Bulldogs 61-45 for the region championship. For Maryville, it was their second ever region title. Their first one came in 2012 when they beat Farragut. The previous year, in 2019, Oak Ridge beat Maryville here at the Wildcat Arena for the region title. It was the Lady Wildcats' 23rd region championship since their first one in 1982. It was also the third time that they had beaten the Lady Rebels for the title. Oak Ridge beat Maryville in 1999 and 2010 for the championship. Maryville's season ended last year at the state tournament with a loss to Whitehaven. They qualified for state with a victory over Daniel Boone. Bearden lost their sectional game to Science Hill. This season, most of Maryville's losses have come within their district, 3 to Bearden and 1 to Heritage. Maryville's only other loss came to Stone Memorial. Oak Ridge also lost to Stone Memorial and Cleveland twice and Catholic. The Lady Wildcats reached this game with tournament wins over the Clinton, Powell, and Farragut, while Maryville's first postseason win came against Heritage before losing to Bearden in the District 4 championship game. Maryville opened region play with a victory over Halls, and Oak Ridge beat Farragut in the region on Friday night. Maryville and Farragut played a close game on February 9th, 62-60, in double overtime. It's hard to compare a matchup, but it does give the Lady Wildcat fans hopes that Oak Ridge can hang with the defending champions. Oak Ridge leads the series 30-9 since 1975, and that includes the 15-2 postseason record against the Lady Rebels. Their only losses came in 1991 in the first round of the region, and their only other loss was last season. This is the second straight season that they have played in the semifinals and the only time. Their previous tournament games were mainly in the first round 7 times and the finals 3 times. Maryville is led by Donna Fritz, an Ohio State commit. She was named a 2021 class AAA Miss Basketball finalist for the second consecutive year, alongside Stone Memorial senior forward Tessa Miller and Riverdale junior guard Akeia Hayes. Sorry about that. Fritz has averaged 20 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks per game while shooting 65% from the floor and 39% from behind the three-point line to this point in the season. The Lady Wildcats will find a way to contain her tonight. Tomorrow night, the guys will also be playing in a Region 2 semifinal game and will also be against Maryville. Maryville defeated the Wildcats last season in the finals, but went on to win sectional games and qualify for the state tournament. Maryville lost several good players to graduation, but they stand at 20-9 on the season as a second-place team out of District 4. they beat Central in their opening game, while Oak Ridge knocked off West. Maryville lost to West on February 10th, 70-58. A win in this game, and you play for a region championship on Thursday. The winner also qualifies for a sectional game on Monday night. Last year, Oak Ridge defeated Science Hill in their sectional, while Maryville beat Dobbins-Bennett. Both of these teams won their opening Region 1 games on Saturday. We'll stream that game on YouTube thanks to a donation made by Mike and Jeff Henderson in honor of their parents, plus Melissa, Johnny, and Jaden Williams. Thank you for your support. Would also like to thank our season sponsors, Mortgage Investor Group, Ortho Tennessee, 10 Bank, Fox Insurance Group, and the Oak Ridge Utility District. We'll take our first break, and when we come back, we will have the starting lineup and the tip-off of the Oak Ridge and Maryville Live from Wildcat Arena. We'll be back in a moment.
David Clary back here at the Wildcat Arena getting set for Region 2 basketball action. The Lady Wildcats of Oak Ridge getting set to take on the Maryville Lady Rebels. Once again, we'd like to thank Jerry and Lisa Williams of Trinity Home Care and Consulting, LLC, and Bob and Ann McNeese for sponsoring it, or at least paying our TSSAA rights fees to be able to stream this ball game on our YouTube Prep Radio channel. We appreciate them and all they have done over the years supporting Oak Ridge High School athletics. We're just moments away from this ball game. The Lady Wildcats and the Lady Rebels. Scott West is the head coach of the Lady Rebels. Paige Taylor is the head coach of the Lady Wildcats. These two teams played one another last year in the semifinals, with the Maryville Lady Rebels winning the ball game and heading on to win a regional championship. We're going to be following Jefferson County and Science Hill in their ball game tonight, and Seymour and Sevier County. That's going on in Upper East Tennessee in Region 1. The winner of this ball game, though, will take on the winner of Bearden and Heritage. That game is taking place at Bearden High School. We're just moments away from our national anthem. Teresa Seals will do the honors. We'll take a break. When we come back, we will have Teresa Seals and our national anthem here from the Wildcat Arena.
And bright stars through the sky, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly.
And that's our national anthem here from the Wildcat Arena, getting set for Region 2 basketball action. The Oak Ridge High School Lady Wildcats trying to win their 22nd ball game of the year. The Lady Wildcats come in at 21-4, while the Lady Rebels come in at 23-5. They are the champions from a year ago. I was trying to think of the right word there. They are the reigning champions of Region 2. Mark Hayes now joins us here. Mark, should be an exciting ball game. Lady Wildcats have their hands full with a really outstanding basketball team, and you've got the starting lineups.
Thank you very much, David. Starting first for the Lady Rebels of Maryville, they'll come out with number 11, Alaya Bendo, or
Benenda.
Yes, Benenda. Gracie Mischief will be at the second starter, number 12, number 14, Tatiana Sikovic. Number 23, Danae Fritz, and number 33, Emma Mashid. Starting for the Lady Wildcats, they'll come out with their regular starting five. That'll be number 2, Kamari Michelstein, followed by number 11, Samaj Clark. Number 24, Cannon Green. Number 25, Gracie Heron. And number 34, Hope Holt.
Danae Fritz is a Miss Tennessee finalist for the second consecutive year. She's a great rebounder. She's a great leader. She's a great shooter for the Lady Rebels. And you also have to, you got to guard Gracie Midkiff out there. She's a 5'6" senior. She can light it up from three-point range. I think one of the keys, in the ball game, Fritz, we're going to have to keep her off the glass. She will pull down about every rebound. She doesn't mind playing hard. She's an aggressive player, and we've got to kind of stifle her just a little bit off the grass. Got to make this a transition ball game. That's what the Lady Wildcats need to do. They don't have the height advantage, obviously. They've got to avoid the pressure that the Lady Rebels put on as well. So it's a tall task. The Lady Wildcats, a young team, only 2 seniors, facing a team which is, they're the defending region champions. So the Lady Wildcats are the underdog in this one, but that's why you play them, Mark Haste.
Yes, it is, David. Sorry, just trying to make making some audio adjustments here as we're getting ready for tip-off. But, this will be a tough test for the Wildcats, Lady Wildcats, David. There's no doubt. I'm not like you, but I'm nervous about this game.
Well, we're just going to have to see how it plays out. Gracie Heron to jump for the Lady Wildcats. The Rebels in their all black and red. Ball is controlled by Maryville, and we're underway. They get a 3 to start the ball game off. It's no good. Rebound to the Lady Rebels, and we are underway. Outside the three-point line, they continue to give up wide open threes, and they hit it. Lady Wildcats, one of the things they don't want them to do is just send on the corners out there and knock down threes, and that's exactly what happened. Here's Cannon Green with the basketball. To Hope Holt, top of the circle, around to Kamari Mitchell-Steen to tie it on its way. No good. Rebounded by the Lady Rebels. One of the things Lady Wildcats are going to have to get scoring from other people besides just Kamari. Wide open 3. Shot is up. No good. Rebound to the Lady Rebels. Back up. Block shot. No good. Rebounded by the Rebels. That's 3 rebounds on 3 offensive possessions. They're going to drive in. Pull up. Left side. Wide open 3. It's up. No good. Another rebound for them. The Lady Wildcats can't pull down a board. Here come the Rebels. They lead at 3-0. Wide open 3 again. Up and no good. Rebound this time to Oak Ridge. Then ripped out of their hands, and a foul is going to be called against Maryville. Everything that I just said a moment ago, we did not do well on that possession, Mark.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we're giving up way too many rebounds. You called it, David, and, I can tell. I look down at Coach Taylor, and, she's just like, what do you do? I mean, she's going to have to get her players in better position, or the players are going to have to get themselves in better position.
It's just a matter of desire, I think, a lot of times. I remember Coach Pruden telling me for years, we had a girl named Nancy Smith play back in the 80s, and she was the smallest player on the floor, and there's a walk called as Kamari tried to split the defense. There was no room there. She was the smallest player on the floor, but she was about our leading rebounder because she wanted every ball off the glass. Not a great start for the Lady Wildcats, but we're very early, 6:43, I believe, to go in the first quarter. Here they come down the floor. Maryville basketball, dribbling in, wide open underneath the goal. They'll turn, they'll spin. Good defense there by Oak Ridge, by Gracie Heron. 3-0 our score, wide open once again. They drive the paint. Here's the shot off the rim, no good. Last touch by the Lady Rebels. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. 3-0 our score. Everybody seems open. Everybody out on the floor. They're moving the ball so effectively out there are the Lady Rebels.
Yeah, they are, David. Just going to have to shore up our defenses. Samaj Clark has the ball in the left corner. She needs someone to come open. No one does, but she gets fouled, gets bailed out that way.
Personal foul is indeed called against the Lady Rebels. I believe it's going to be called against Mesheed, 5'9" junior. I apologize if we pronounced that name wrong. Second foul called against Maryville. 3-0 our score. 6:12 to play. Kamari Mitchell-Steen to Cannon Green. Thought about shooting a three. Probably should have. Backs it up to Hope Holt. Dribbles to her right. Looks to Gracie. Backs it up to Kamari. Kamari dribbles to the free throw line. Drives in the paint. Pulls up. Shoots. No good. Gracie on the rebound. Up. No good. Rebounded by the Lady Rebels. Fritz with it, coming down the floor, coast to coast with it, all the way to the hole. Shot is good. 5-0 our score. Lady Wildcats had a point-blank bunny. Got to take advantage of every single opportunity because this is a really good basketball team. Cannon Green for three. They need it. No good. Rebound to the Lady Rebels. Lady Wildcats down 5-0. Not a great start. Here they come down the floor. With the basketball will come the Lady Rebels out to the top of the circle. They dribble in, kick the ball back out, and there is a foul called on the floor. Lady Wildcats, not a great start, Mark, but a lot of basketball will be played 5-0. They've got to do a better job on the glass. They got to get, when they get opportunities, I mean, Kamari missed a shot, but Gracie had a nice little rebound there. They've got to convert. Ball's worked in, top of the circle. Here it goes out to Midkiff. Midkiff, a good shooter, goes in for the shot. On its way, no good. Another foul called against Oak Ridge. 5-0 Maryville. 5:20 to play. The defending region champions come into this game with a record of 23-5. The Lady Wildcats come in at 21-4, and Maryville goes to the free throw line up 5-0.
To the line for the Rebels, for the Lady Rebels rather, will be number 12. That'll be Mitskip. Her first free throw is up and good. She now has 4 points in the ball game.
She's a 5'6" senior, good outside shooter as well. Back to the line she goes, trying to give them a 7-0 lead. She missed it. Rebounded by Gracie Heron. No pressure in the rear court. They'll set up in their half court. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor, setting up in a zone. That's been the defensive choice. Great pass inside, but they didn't finish the shot, though. Lady Wildcats, Hope had a shot. They can score again. Down the floor, they're going to drive in. Good defense by Gracie. Out for a three. It's on its way. That's no good. Rebounded by Oak Ridge. Hope comes down with it. Good rebound that time by Hope. Senior pushes it up the floor. 6-0 our score. Lady Wildcats still yet to score. Oak Ridge's Hope Holt around to Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Kicks the ball back to Hope. Around to Samaj. Samaj might have walked. Turns the ball over. Lady Wildcats, a terrible start of this ball game. Here comes a shot block. Knocked out of bounds by Oak Ridge. A hard block there. Not a great start here for the Lady Wildcats. They trail it by a score of 6-0. 4 minutes, 40 seconds to play in the first period. It's been all Maryville. Lady Wildcats still yet to score almost halfway through the first quarter. Easy inbounds pass comes in. They'll kick the ball around the top, working their offense, swinging the ball around. Back to the midcourt circle. 4 minutes, 32 seconds to play. We're in the first quarter. 6-0 Maryville on top in this region semifinal round ball game. The winner advances. The loser is done. For the basketball will come Fritz. Danae Fritz, the Miss Basketball finalist for the second consecutive year. Congratulations goes out to her as they drive in, kick the ball to the corner, unable to shoot. Now they work it ball down in the paint. Here's a shot. It's up. No good. Rebound at Oak Ridge. Good defense that time. Here come the Lady Wildcats. Kamari Mitchell-Steen's going to drive in all the way to the hole. Up. No good. Lady Wildcats reach in and try to get the jump ball. It is a jump ball. The alternate possession area will go to Oak Ridge. We've played 4 minutes, Mark. The Lady Wildcats yet to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they're struggling, David. It's not the pace of the game. It's just, not, as you said, this lack of getting rebounds. I mean, the time of possession, we don't keep that really in basketball, but Maryville doing much better with time of possession is Kamari Mitchell-Steen misses shot, gets her own rebound, takes a three, no good.
Hope has the rebound. Another offensive glass for the Lady Wildcats. Then Hope has the ball ripped out of her hands. She was fighting and desperately giving it out to Samaj Clark. Here comes Samaj, throws up a 10-footer. No good. Now they're getting desperate. They're just kind of flinging up shots and not just setting up their offense. Maryville will do that to you. They're an outstanding team. Nearly a walk right there as they work the ball top of the circle. Dribbling in, penetrating. Out for a three, wide open, 9-0. If she hits it, no good. Hits the top of the backboard, out of bounds. Oak Ridge yet to score a point here in the first quarter. We're down to 3 minutes, 23 seconds to play in a 6-0 ball game. Lady Wildcats have got to get some outside shooting. If they're going to play us a zone, we've got to find somebody to shoot. Usually it's Kamari as Lady Wildcats bring the ball down the floor. They've got Cannon Green in the ball game, Gracie Heron, Hope Holt, along with Samaj Clark. Lady Wildcat basketball. Hope in the corner, looks in, no place to go, comes cross court with a high pass, saved by Kamari. Penetrates, dribbles in, goes in for the shot, no good. Lady Wildcats back up again, no good. Pulled away by Gracie, pulled away by the Lady Rebels. Lady Wildcats still yet to score. I can't remember an Oak Ridge team ever shut out in a quarter as they work the ball down low, underneath the goal, kicking it out left side to Midkiff for three, no good. They get their own rebound, they'll drive in for a shot, good. 8-0. And I'm wondering when Coach Taylor will call a timeout. She does it right now. 2 minutes, 39 seconds to play. I don't know what you tell them, Mark. I mean, they're just missing some easy shots. I think their pressure is causing Oak Ridge some panic down there. And the usual suspects who are pretty good at pretty much being calm and scoring have been a little bit too pumped up or a little bit too nervous and have struggled to get their shots to fall. We're real early. They haven't shot the ball exactly great. They've just had so many more opportunities than have the Lady Wildcats.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, David, but it kind of the way the Lady Wildcats look to me on defense is they're just running around. I mean, they're desperately trying to get in front of the ball, but the ball moves around so quickly that they just seem ineffective defensively right now.
Let's see if they can shore that up. Here come the Lady Wildcats. I'm sure Coach Taylor just wants to settle them down here as they work the ball to Cannon. Out to the top to Kamari. She wasn't expecting the pass. She's got it. Dribbles to the free throw line. Drives in for a shot. No good. And she draws the foul. Personal foul is going to be called against the Lady Rebels, I do believe, as Mr. Matt Queener comes over to the scores table. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. They're going to substitute into the ball game. Looks like Christina Anderson, a 5'6" junior player. Lady Wildcats down 8-0, 2:24 to play here in the first period. With the basketball come the senior point guard, Hope Holt. Lady Wildcats have a couple seniors on the roster here. Kamari drives it, gives it off to Hope, drives the baseline, turning, spinning, lost the handle of the basketball. Double dribble, I think, is going to be called.
A call for a carry there, David.
Yeah, I knew it was some kind of procedural once again. Maryville is basically speeding up the Lady Wildcats, and that is not a good sign here. Lady Wildcats are the team that usually speeds up others, but they're speeding us up. Here comes Maryville with the lead, 8-0, 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. So Oak Ridge still yet to score. Here they go, top of the circle, working very patiently. Lady Wildcats, 1:52 to play. Kamari's got to get some steals. Got to get some defense. There's a block by Gracie. Good play. Lady Wildcats, Kamari Mitchell-Steen. I was about to say we need some offense from our defense as the Lady Wildcats get it left corner. Here comes Samaj dribbling in, no place to go. Back to Cannon. Cannon back to Samaj. Thought about a three. Backs it up once again to Cannon. Cannon drives in, kicks the ball to Hope, pulls up, shoots a three. They need it. No good. Rebounded by the Lady Rebels. It's a tough night when nobody is connecting on your shots. 1:23 to play. Here comes the Rebels down the floor. The running Rebels launch a three, missed it. Rebound. Oak Ridge's Cannon Green. Lady Wildcats need some transitional buckets. Here's Kamari dribbling in. Right block shot. Good. We finally score. Lady Wildcats are on the board with 1:05 to play here in the first quarter. Kamari Mitchell-Steen has the first bucket. Maybe that'll get them a little less tight here. Here come the Lady Rebels down the floor. They work the ball to the midcourt line. Then there's a kickball. It'll be Maryville basketball side midcourt. Maryville team's very poised. They are the region champions. They qualified for the state tournament last year as the region champions. They are the runners-up to Bearden in the District 4. Bearden's an outstanding basketball team, as both of these two teams are. Lady Rebel basketball in the right corner, 8-2 our score. 47 seconds to play in the first quarter. They lob it down low for an easy bucket, but it's not as easy as I thought. It's missed and rebounded by Kamari. Kamari Mitchell-Steen splits the defense, goes in for the shot. No good. A lot of contact there. Tried to go right through the defense and missed it. Good defense by Maryville. Then they throw the ball away. 29 seconds to play. We're in the first quarter. Maryville on top in a low-scoring first quarter. Maryville hasn't particularly shot the ball incredibly well either, but the Lady Wildcats only have one bucket to show for it in the entire first quarter, and they can play for the final shot if they elect to here. 22 seconds to play. 8-2. Maryville on top. Region 2 semifinal round ball game here on YouTube, brought to you by Jerry and Lisa Williams of Trinity Home Care and Consulting, LLC, and Bob and Ann McNeese. We appreciate them sponsoring our rights fee. Samaj for three. It's on its way. Hits the rim. No good. Rebounded by Oak Ridge's Hope Holt. Her shot is blocked. And down the floor will come the Lady Rebels, but not before the first quarter comes to a close. 1 quarter in the books here at the Region 2 basketball tournament. Maryville on top, 8-2. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in a moment. David Clary back here along with Mark and Shauna Hayes, Christian Rosas Rodriguez. We're also joined by Alex Myers. We'd like to thank Jerry and Lisa Williams of Trinity Home Care and Consulting, LLC, and Bob and Ann McNeese for paying our rights fee. So we're allowed to stream this ball game on YouTube, on our Prep Radio channel. The TSSAA charges $250 per game, and we appreciate them for stepping up and helping us stream this ball game. Here's the lob down low. Maryville's got it inside the paint. Shot on its way. Good. 10-2 our score. Down the floor with the basketball will come the Lady Wildcats, down by 8. Hope Holt with the basketball, top of the circle. Somebody's got to step up and knock down some shots. Cannon comes to inside and steps out of bounds with the basketball. Another turnover there. Lady Wildcats got it in the corner. Cannon came down the baseline. I think she just stepped out of bounds with it.
Yeah, she did. She was called for stepping on the line there. She tried to get around the defender, David.
10-2 our score. Here come the Lady Rebels. Lady Wildcats have been their own worst enemy, as there's a reach-in foul called against Oak Ridge. The inability to score, and, their defense is pretty good, but the Lady Wildcats have also missed some wide-open looks from the outside. Maryville's taller. They're doing a great job on the glass, and Oak Ridge just being sped up by the Maryville team here. Let's see what we can do here. That'll be Sikovic with the basketball, top of the circle. She works the ball, looks down low, swings the ball back to the top. On defense, Lauren Hart's in the game now. They work the ball inside, out to the top. Now the corner goes, driving with it along the baseline, kicks the ball, throws the ball away. Taken away on a steal by Oak Ridge. Here's Kamari Mitchell-Steen down the floor, penetrates left, throws the ball away. Another turnover, back the other way. They have a layup. Good. 12-2 our score, 7:05 to play. Here come the Lady Wildcats down the floor. Lady Wildcats look very shaken, to be honest with you, as Kamari launches a three. It's up, no good. And it's one and done for Lady Wildcats. Typically, the Lady Wildcats can hit those shots, at least, Kamari for the most part. But you're exactly right. It looks like we're just chasing the Lady Rebels here. Big battle going on down low. Fritz has not been the factor. Samaj is trying to take her out, but the rest of the girls have been so good. Here come the Lady Rebels with it. Gracie Midkiff, left corner, works the ball top of the circle. Here it goes once again to Fritz. Fritz calls the play, dribbles out with Lauren Hart on defense. It's been all Maryville to this point. 12-2 our score. 6 minutes, 24 seconds to play. An elimination ball game here at the Wildcat Arena. The winner moves on to play the winner of Bearden and Heritage. Lady Wildcats just struggling to get anything positive to happen for them. Here's a free throw line jumper. Good. 14-2 the score. Lady Wildcats have got to get the ball, I think, down. If we're not going to hit our perimeter shots, we got to figure out a way. As Hope launches a three, it's on its way. No good. Rebounded by Cannon. Cannon comes back out of there. The Lady Wildcats have got to figure out a way to get the ball inside to Gracie when she's in the ball game. She's not in there now. Here it goes to Lauren Hart. Hart dribbles in. She's about to get ripped to the ball because she's fouled. Personal foul called against Maryville. One positive, they're picking up some fouls, but they're much deeper. Oak Ridge only dresses 8 players as the Lady Wildcats get Gracie Heron back in the ball game. Lady Wildcats, Lauren Hart will work the ball in 14-2, 5:48 to play. Very low-scoring ball game. We're looking at record-setting numbers right now. The Lady Wildcats with this low number as the ball's worked in to Hope Holt. 5:48 to play. Here come the Lady Wildcats. Hope hands it off to Samaj. Samaj goes in for an 8-footer. It's no good. On the rebound, Oak Ridge, the Wildcats had it. They kicked the ball back out to Samaj. Lauren probably could have taken a shot, though. Kamari's going to launch a three. No good. Rebound. Good hustle by Lauren. Saved by Hope. Hope at the free throw line. Back to Samaj. Won't take the three. Holds it, gives it out to Hope Holt. Lady Wildcats just scrambling on offense, too. They look very, very nervous, Marquise.
Yeah, they do. It's like no one wants to really step up. They're all kind of afraid of failure here.
Here comes Kamari for three. No good. Rebounded by the lady. If Kamari's not knocking her shots down, we're in a lot of trouble. And she's having to, launch them from the outside. Lady Wildcats can't find anybody. And that's honestly been a problem for the Lady Wildcats sometimes in this. They're unselfish team. As they launch a three, it's good. And it is 17-2. And the Lady Wildcats throw the ball away on the inbounds. This is a nightmare, Mark. We kind of anticipated this might be the case, but I didn't think it would be as bad as this one's playing out right now. Lady Wildcats, Kamari not hitting her shots. We only had 2 points total in the entire ball game, and they lead at 17-2 and just routing the Lady Wildcats on their home floor.
Yeah, and we have 4 fouls as a team, David, 2 by Kamari and 2 by Samaj. So those are actually 2 players that we can't afford to get in foul trouble.
We don't have any depth. For one thing, we don't dress a lot of players. As the Lady Rebels go to the line, toss, they hit them both. And the Lady Wildcats getting killed. 19-2 the score, 4 minutes, 44 seconds to play. Lots of basketball to be played here. But they got to settle down here, and somebody's got to step up and make some shots. Somebody's got to be aggressive, got to do a better job on the glass. Somebody's got to hit shots. Somebody's got to be willing to take shots besides just Kamari. Here it goes into Gracie. They need this one. It's blocked. Taken away. They're just a really, really good team, Mark. I mean, they're the defending region champions, but we're playing about as bad as we played all year, to be honest with you. As they get another shot up, no good. Rebound to the Lady Rebels, and underneath, a foul's going to be called. Personal foul will be called against, I think, Oak Ridge once again, 19-2. This doesn't look like the team we've seen most of the year play, Mark.
No, it's not. Lauren Hart picked up that foul, so it'll be her first, team 5th. So we're going to be in the bonus here fairly shortly, David. But, yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, it looks like the whole team's playing a little scared tonight, and that's not a recipe for success.
They throw the ball away. Gracie has a steal. Lady Wildcats, nothing on transition until right now. Samaj goes in, a little 3-footer, good. Samaj Clark off the glass, and it's 19-4. No pressure in the rear court. I guess they're going to set up the half court, and Coach Scott West has called a timeout. Mark, you can look at the body language right now. The Lady Wildcats, they almost look like they're a beaten group right now. I was watching Kamari just kind of walk off the floor there. Lady Wildcats have got to get her leadership, Hope's leadership as well, to just to get this thing rolling once again. Try to get a little confidence, make some plays.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to need Gracie underneath too, David. I mean, she made, what I saw happen was she made her typical post move and it just didn't get work. It didn't work for her. She got it blocked immediately. So, her typical moves aren't going to work against this quality Maryville team, David. So really we're going to need to kind of think outside the box tonight.
I'd like to thank Bob and Ann McNeese, along with Jerry and Lisa Williams of Trinity Home Care and Consulting, LLC, for paying our rights fee. This is an elimination ball game. You can't lose this ball game and hope to move on, as the Lady Wildcats trail it big time right now as they work the ball down the floor, out to the top for a wide open look at a three. It's good. And it's 22-4. As you said, it's just kind of chasing around. The Lady Wildcats just struggling at this box and one, it looks like right now. The one is on Kamari, and that's not a bad decision. As they work the ball for a three, Samaj shot, no good. One and done once again. 3:14 to play. Lady Wildcats down 22-4. I didn't think it might be pretty. I thought maybe Maryville had the better team, but I didn't think we'd play as poorly as we're playing right now, to be honest with you. And like I said, there's a lot of basketball to be played, as there's another wide open three. And guess what? It's good. They're playing with so much confidence because Oak Ridge is not, and it's a 21-point lead. 4 points total. Lauren Hart outside the three-point line. She's got to step up and shoot it, too. I mean, if they're going to leave her open, nobody else is knocking them down. Lauren's got a good shot. As Hope looks back to her left, back to Samaj. She launches a three. It's up. No good. One and done. Once again, Lady Wildcats settling for the threes. Here they come down the floor once again. Kick it out to the corner. 25-4 the score. Record-setting territory right now. 4 points, an entire half of basketball. Who would have ever thought as they work the ball to the left side? Maryville is playing well, but just to be honest with you, the Lady Wildcats just aren't playing well. Wouldn't you agree, Mark?
Yeah, I definitely agree, David. They're trying to do all they can to contain Maryville with Oak Ridge's defense, but I'm afraid it's not enough tonight.
Here come the Lady Rebels, working time off, 2:02 to play. They work the ball left corner. I thought she was going to launch a three. They work the ball out to mid-kiff. It's a good basketball team. Nothing. I'm not saying that Maryville is not deserving of this score right now, but I'm also saying that Oak Ridge is just not playing well. There's another bucket, and it's 27-4, I believe. And down the floor will come the Lady Rebels once again. Here comes Oak Ridge. Samaj in the corner. It's on its way. Good. 3-point shot. Lady Wildcats have 7 on the board here. Here it goes. A 20-point lead here. 27-7 the score. 1:27 to play. It's really painful to watch right now. Here's a steal, though, by Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats still have time. Like I said, there's a lot of basketball. Eventually, things are going to start going their way. Shots are going to start falling for Kamari. I mean, she scored into this game, almost 700 points this year. Lady Wildcats, a screen by Kamari. Out it goes to Hope. Lady Wildcats, 1:04 to play. Dribbling in, off the glass shot. Good. That's the nicest play of the night for the Lady Wildcats, and it's 27-9. I think if they can, cut it to 15, maybe 15 or so before the halftime, there's only 50 seconds to play. It might be kind of a momentum boost for them as they got to stay with Fritz here. She's at the free throw line. Look back door. They drive in. Shot is no good. Blocked, taken away by the Rebels. They kick it out once again. They dribble. They stop and they set up for a three on the left side. Here goes to Sikovic. Sikovic lost the ball, taken away by Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats with a little life as Kamari goes up for the shot. No good. And the shot is blocked. Clock is stopped now with 20 seconds to play in the second quarter. Here comes Cannon Green in the ball game. Checking out of the contest will come Lauren Hart. 27-9 the score. 20 seconds to play here in the first half. Hope to work the ball in. Lobs it up high. Just high enough to Samaj. There it goes. Lady Wildcats launch a three. Good. That's a big shot. 7-12. So the Lady Wildcats back on defense, and Maryville throws the ball away, I believe. Yes, it is. Oak Ridge will get it with very limited time on the clock. 6 seconds to play. 27-12, a 15-point lead. Lady Wildcats could use a momentum shot here. Here they come. It's going to come into Samaj Clark, picks it up at the midcourt line, sets it to the right, launches a three. It's on its way. Oh, good. Rebounded by Maryville as the first half comes to a close. Well, a little bit of a spark there at the end, and maybe that'll help them when they head to the dressing room here. Maryville really doing what they wanted to do in the first half, Mark, against the Lady Wildcats, and they lead it by 15 points, 27-2. But, it could have been a lot worse. Lady Wildcats were down 20 at one point. Actually, they were down 23. It was 27-4 at one point, and the Lady Wildcats have cut it to 15. So that's a little bit of a positive news. The bad news is, Lady Wildcats have got to find their shot from the outside, and in particular, Kamari Mitchell-Steen, who's struggling right now.
Yeah, but the thing is, David, yes, Maryville has scored a lot of points, but it's all been with two people. Both Midkiff, she's got 10 points, and Fritz has 17. So if they can find a way to maybe contain or disrupt those two players, it may be enough to, cause some problems for Maryville.
Once again, we'd like to thank Jerry and Lisa Williams of Trinity Home Care and Consulting, LLC, Bob and Ann McNeese for sponsoring our broadcast. This is a YouTube stream that the TSSAA charges for, and we appreciate them paying the rights fee. Tomorrow, the boys will be in action. They'll take on the Maryville Rebels right back here at the Wildcat Arena, and that broadcast is going to be brought to you by Johnny and Melissa Williams and probably their son, Jaden Williams, who's a member of the Oak Ridge High School football team. Johnny was a player for Coach Gaddis back in the 80s or so, and they're going to sponsor the game along with Jeff and Mike Henderson, former Wildcat baseballers and footballers, in memory of their parents, who both were Maryville High School graduates. And that'll be coming up tomorrow as the Wildcats take on the Rebels, with an opportunity, like the girls, to get to a sub-state ball game and a region championship game. We're going to take a break here, send it back once again. The Lady Wildcats are down 27-12. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in a moment. Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena here. Lady Wildcats trailing Maryville 27-12. Other ball games going on tonight up in Upper East Tennessee in Region 1. The Lady Hilltoppers of Johnston City Science Hill taking on Jefferson County. That matchup's not so surprising. I think the one surprising matchup, at least for me, is the Sevier County Smoky Bearettes in action against Seymour. Sevier County's girls have not been a major factor in the region tournament in several years, but it's good to have them back in the fold here. And Seymour is a new team that might be qualifying for a sub-state. And, of course, the game that will also follow tonight, the Bearden Lady Bulldogs taking on the Heritage Lady Mountaineers. In Lower East Tennessee, Bradley Central's taking on Cookeville. Stone Memorial is taking on White County. Early scores, looks like we just have a few partials in with hardly anything from the Upper East Tennessee area. In fact, nothing except an early second quarter score of Sevier County 6-3 over Seymour. So it looks like everybody a little bit tight tonight. Nothing from the Heritage Bearden ball game. I would expect the Bearden Lady Bulldogs at 27-1 to have their way with the Lady Mountaineers, but that's the reason we play the ball games, as the Lady Wildcats trail in this one 27-12. Mark, you've got the first half statistics.
Thank you very much, David. Oak Ridge led in scoring by two individuals with 5 points. That's Samaj Clark. She's, 2 of 8 from the field, 1 2-pointer, 1 3-pointer, obviously. Hope Holt also with 5 points. She's got, she's 2 of 6. She's 1 of 3 from both 2-point land and 3-point land. And Kamari Mitchell has the other 2 points for the Lady Wildcats. She's 1 of 12 from the field. Of those, 0 of 5 from 3-point land. As a team, the Lady Wildcats are 5 of 29 from the field, 3 of 15 from 2-point land. They were 2 of 14 from beyond the 3-point line, and they did not attempt any free throws. Now looking at the Lady Rebels of Maryville, they're led in scoring by Danae Fritz. She has 17 first half points. She's 7 of 14 from the field. With 10 points is Gracie Midkiff, as I said. She's 3 of 7 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. As a team, the Lady Rebels are 10 of 26 from the field. They're 6 of 14 from 2-point land, 4 of 12 from 3-point land, and they're 3 of 4 from the free throw line. it's easy to go through the statistics and scoring when only 2 players from one team have scored and 3 players from the other. David?
You know, Danae Fritz, she's a 2-time Miss Basketball finalist and could be a winner. Who knows this year? She's going to Iowa State to play her college basketball. She's a fine talent. You know, the thing that's kind of scary, I mean, probably the first time in her entire career, and I think you said Kamari's 1 of 12 from the field. That is just not Kamari Mitchell-Steen. In fact, she entered tonight's ball game with 1,903 points. That's good enough for 5th on the all-time list. She's just, leads in about every category this year. In fact, this season, she's already scored, she's approaching 700 points. She's had 678 points coming into this game, including 52 three-pointers. But tonight, she just cannot find her range, Mark.
No, she's struggling, David. But I have no doubt she'll snap out of it. She kind of struggled the other night, too, but then came on in the second half. So, hopefully that's what we have in store for the Lady Wildcats. But, defensively, Maryville is just really, really tough. I mean, Kamari has already tried to split the defense unsuccessfully. And, we might see more of that because defensively, Maryville seems to always be in the right position and kind of seem to know what to do to stop the Lady Wildcats tonight.
27-12 is our score here at the halfway mark. Thank you, Jerry and Lisa Williams of Trinity Home Care and Consulting. I believe that's a brand new business, and we appreciate them. I think their daughter plays basketball for the Lady Rams down at Robertsville. We also like to thank the judge, Robert. Yeah, I can call him a doctor, I guess. But Robert and Ann McNeese for sponsoring our fees. As I said, the TSSAA charges when we stream these games $250 each game. And, we have our sponsors for the season and we appreciate them, but we had to pay the rights fee. This was something we had not anticipated. We really hadn't anticipated doing all the streaming that we've done, to be honest with you, but the pandemic kind of has caused us to do that. And we've had a great time. I know we've had a lot of response, especially our older fan base, not able to come to the ball games, getting a chance to watch from their homes. Hopefully everything will be back to normal next year, but we appreciate all of our sponsors all season long. Tomorrow in the boys game, Johnny and Melissa Williams and Jeff and Mike Henderson will be our sponsors for the ball game. Just about a minute away from the start of the second half, the Lady Wildcats in not a great situation right now, but like I said, plenty of basketball to be played. 27-12 our score. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena with the second half in a moment. David Clary back here along with Mark and Shauna Hayes, Christian Rosas Rodriguez, along with Alex Myers. Lady Wildcats are down 27-12. Coach Taylor, Coach Trent giving their final instructions to the Lady Wildcats. Oak Ridge has got to do a better job on the glass, obviously. You talked about the defense, and I kind of agree with you. It looked like we were chasing most of the first half. Just it wasn't a pretty sight, but the Lady Wildcats got a little momentum there at the end. And only down 15. If they can cut it to 9 or 10 at the end of the third quarter, or even better, the Lady Wildcats have a shot, but they've got to make plays. Oak Ridge basketball first as we start play here. My name is David Clary. The Wildcats working into Gracie Heron. Powers it up there. No good. Taken away by the Lady Rebels. That time they just ripped the ball away from Gracie. Here they come down the floor. Maryville sets it up. Oak Ridge comes out here in the second half with Samaj Clark, Hope Holt, Cannon Green, Gracie Heron. Here's a block shot by Gracie and a rebound by Heron. Here come the Lady Wildcats down the floor. Samaj has to pick it up at the midcourt line. Throws the ball away. Lady Wildcats, she was not aware of where the defense was, and here they come down the floor and set up their offense. They are so good on defense, Mark. Even when Oak Ridge makes a play, here's a long three, clanging off the iron, no good. Rebound to the Rebels. They'll set up another three. She's not going to shoot it, though. Kicks the ball back out. Left side it goes to Midkiff. Midkiff works the ball once again. Here's a steal by Oak Ridge because a personal foul, I believe. I took my eye away to look at the roster there. I didn't see who the foul was called on. 7:10 to play here in the third quarter. It's been all Maryville.
Yeah, it has, David. As Kamara Mississini just picked up her third foul of the game, David. That's something that we can't afford to happen. Nice defense by the Lady Wildcats.
Lady Wildcats do get a steal. Here comes Kamari off the glass shot. No good. Rebounded by Hope underneath the goal. Fires it out to the top. Over it goes to Samaj. Free throw line jumper is on its way. No good.
Come on.
Rebounded by the Lady Rebels. And Oak Ridge just cannot shoot. Mark, were you frustrated there for a second?
Well, I like to see people follow their shots and not just, watch the rebound land, 5 feet in front of them.
Yeah, standing around has been a problem at times with this team as they get a free throw line jumper. It's off the rim, no good. Little short on their shots. Lady Wildcats can't take advantage of their misfires. Here's Hope down the floor. Out it goes to Samaj, three-pointer, top of the key. Rims out, no good. Oh, Lady Wildcats cannon could have had the rebound, just wasn't strong enough to pull it away. Here they come down the floor, and the ball is thrown away. The Wildcats can't take advantage, Mark, of their issues. They have not been as sharp either, as they're going to substitute Chesney Lingerfelt in the ball game. Here come the Lady Wildcats down the floor. We've played almost 2 minutes. Neither team has scored. 27-12 the score. A lot of times when you go in your dressing room, I'm talking about Maryville here, and you've just had your way with the team, you don't come out as strong as you did in the first half. That seems to be the case, but Oak Ridge still can't get anything else going. Here comes Kamari off the glass, and she's fouled, and Kamari will go to the free throw line. Kamari Mitchell-Steen on the year is averaging 27.1 points per ball game. Tonight, Mark, she has 2.
Yeah, she's really struggling, David. She's, 1 of 13 now in the ball game, and she makes her first free throw.
27-13 the score. The senior back to the line. A lot of pride in that young lady. Pulls up, shoots the free throw. Good. 27-14 the score. Down the floor will come the Lady Rebels, quickly getting across the line. They throw the ball away again. Like I said, sometimes when teams go into a dressing room with a big lead here, sometimes they are just not as focused as they were in the first half. And I'm getting text messages from all kinds of people, including former coaches, and it's just hasn't been a fun game to watch. Not great basketball right now. The Lady Wildcats have got to make plays. Samaj shoots a 3. It's on its way. Good. 3-point shot, and the Lady Wildcats making a little bit of a push here. They're down by 10, 27-17. Need a stop on defense. Maryville basketball. They work the ball inside. Gracie blocks the shot, and a foul is going to be called against Gracie Heron, I do believe. 10-point game now, 27-17. Lady Wildcats at one point in this game were down 23 points. They've cut it down to 10.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. As you said, David, Maryville yet to score here in the third quarter as, the first free throw is up and good. So now Maryville has scored in the third quarter. But, this game isn't out of reach. I mean, Maryville is, they're not making everything, and they're giving the Lady Wildcats opportunities. The Lady Wildcats just have to seize those opportunities.
Back to a 12-point game as she makes both free throws, 29-17. Lady Wildcats trail. Samaj again for 3. This one's partially rejected. Taken away by the Rebels. They have a layup on the other end. Here it is. She missed it. Rebound, Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats got to push it. Got to make sure they don't get the ball swept from them. Here it goes to Hope. Hope dribbles in, gives it off to Gracie. Gracie looks for help, finds Kamari free, has an NBA range 3. I thought she was going to take it. Back to Hope it goes. Dribbles on to her right. Stops, gives it off to Cannon in the corner. Cannon Green back to Hope around to Kamari. She launches a 3. It's on its way. Good. 3-point shot. Kamari Mitchell-Steen, the Lady Wildcats have cut the gap to 9. 29-20 the score. Here comes Oak Ridge. Here come the Lady Rebels down the floor. Bounce pass to the backside. They throw the ball away, and Coach West needs a timeout here. Lady Wildcats have cut the Maryville lead to 9 points. 29-20. A little bit of, confidence now that the Lady Wildcats knocking down some shots. Maybe feeling a little bit more comfortable here.
Yeah, there's definitely a little kink in the armor that we can see here for the Lady Rebels, David. So Lady Wildcats have to take advantage of the Oak Ridge crowd really getting into it.
Lady Wildcats turn the ball over, though. Then the ball's knocked away, saved by Samaj. Samaj pulls up, 8-footer, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Rebels. Kind of rushed the shot there. Lady Wildcats have made a play. 9-point Maryville lead, 29-20 the score, 4 minutes, 23 seconds to play. Coach Britton used to tell me all the time, sometimes when you expend so much energy just trying to catch back up, and they throw the ball away again. It'll be the Lady Wildcats with the basketball. Sometimes, you don't have enough to finish, but let's see what this Lady Wildcat team can do as Coach West has called a timeout. Jerry and Lisa Williams, Trinity Home Care and Consulting, LLC, Bob and Ann McNeese. Lady Wildcats, a little bit of a rally here. They were down 23 at one point. They're only down by 9. Nice little rally, 4 minutes into the third quarter, Mark.
Yeah, and like I said, Oak Ridge crowd really supporting the Lady Wildcats tonight as they go into this timeout. They're wanting to show the Lady Wildcats that they've got their back here. And so let's see what the Lady Wildcats can do. They've got the momentum now. Maryville's helping them by, turnovers, but let's take advantage of it. Let's cut in this lead and let's tie it up.
Lady Wildcats down 29-20. The winner advances to play the winner of the Bearden Heritage game for the Region 2 Championship. That game will be played on Wednesday, and they also qualify for a sub-state, or they call it a sectional ball game, coming up on Saturday. 29-20. Lady Wildcats down by 9, 4:13 to play third quarter. Oak Ridge was down 23 at one point, 27-4. But right back in the ball game here, but they got to continue moving forward here. Hope Holt with the basketball. Dribbles right, gives it out to Samaj, who drives the baseline. No place to go. Good defense by the Lady Rebels. Against the Lady Wildcats, Kamari dribbles in, penetrates, splits the defense, has her shot blocked, rebounded, and should be a jump ball. The alternate possession arrow will give the ball to the Lady Rebels. 29-20 the score. Kamari kind of forced it once again. She tried to split the defense. There wasn't much of a space there. Lady Wildcats need some transitional buckets here. Here comes Fritz down the floor. Dribbles the ball right in front of their bench. Slings the ball out to the top wildly. They work the ball back out for a three. It's on its way. Good. That's a big shot. Momentum shot there, and it's 32-20 back to a 12-point game. Here comes a shot up. Good. Lady Wildcats knock down a shot, and it's back the other way we come, back to a 10-point game. 32-22 the score. Here come the Lady Rebels with it. With the basketball will come Sikovic. She works the ball top of the circle, gives it over to Fritz. Fritz holds the ball, kicks it off in the corner. 32-22, a 10-point Lady Rebel lead. 3:14 to play. They give up a three. Good. Wide open shot there by Sikovic. And just like that, it's 35-22. You can't guard everybody, especially when you're trying to double team on Fritz, but you can't leave players that wide open. We need this three. It's up, no good. Got to get some rebounding. Missed it. Kamari missed the three-point shot. Back to a 13-point game. 2:51 to play here in the third period. With the basketball will come Maryville outside the three-point line, dribbling in, penetrating, kicking the ball to the right side at number 10. That'll be Anderson. Anderson backs up with Hope Holt defending her. Maryville's a good basketball team. They do a lot of things well. They shoot the ball well. They rebound fantastic. As they work the ball, left extension of the free throw line. Little bump there by Samaj, backing up with the dribble. Now they penetrate in for an easy layup. It's no good. Rebounded, partially rejected perhaps by Gracie Heron. Here comes Hope down the floor. Lady Wildcat basketball. Hope spinning. No place to go. Gives it off to Cannon. Cannon drives in. Shot on its way. No good. Rebounded by Kamari. Her shot is no good. She is going to be fouled, I believe. Or is it a jump ball?
Going to be a foul on number 33, David. That'll be Machine, and that'll be her third.
Lady Wildcats substituting Gracie Heron out of the game. Lauren Hart checks in. Lady Wildcats also have Samaj Clark, Kamari Mitchell-Steen in the ball game. Once again, Lady Wildcats will try to work it in. Got to do it soon. Firing it in. It comes to Samaj. Samaj dribbles in. Samaj had a good game against Maryville last year. She's in a lot of trouble right there as Kamari splits the defense, goes on in for a 5-footer. No good. This time she is fouled in the act of shooting, and Kamari Mitchell-Steen will go to the free throw line. 2 minutes to play third quarter, 35-22. Lady Wildcats have made it a ball game, Mark.
Yeah, they have. As you said, David, they were leading. Maryville was leading 27-4, and then the Lady Wildcats ended the first half with an 8-0 run and then kind of continued it starting the third quarter.
First free throw is up, and it is good. 35-23 the score. Kamari Mitchell-Steen back to the line. 2:01 to play. Her second toss is good. 35-24, an 11-point game. Lady Wildcats need something off of their defense here. You get a lot of their points that way, but you got to play better defense there, and they just swept it out of bounds, saving what was going to be a layup. Sometimes when you gamble like that, Mark, it doesn't pay off. That time, Lady Wildcats recovered just in time to stop what was going to be the layup. 1:54 to play third quarter. Maryville on top 35-24. The winner advances. The loser is done. They work the ball in. Spinning shot from 6. Good. 37-24. Lady Wildcats down. Here comes Oak Ridge quickly down the floor. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Sikovich. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball in front of the bench. To work the ball in will be Samaj. And it comes to Hope Holt. Lady Wildcat basketball to Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Attacks to her right. Free throw line to Hope. Had a 3. Will not take it. Kicks the ball inside for a shot. No good. Rebounded by the Lady Rebels. Lady Wildcats. I like the aggressiveness of Hope there, but just couldn't get the shot to fall. Here comes a 3. No good. Rebound, Kamari. Push it. Lady Wildcats down the floor. Kamari Mitchell-Steen dribbling outside the line. Penetrates the paint. Goes in for the shot. Good. Count it. And she's fouled. That is Kamari Mitchell-Steen that we've seen her entire career.
Yes, great job. Nice aggressive play. That's what you said, David. The Lady Wildcats have to be more aggressive. Picking up the fouls, number 11. That's Vananda. That should be her third, team fourth of the half.
And she knocks down the free throw, and it's 37-27, back to a 10-point game. Lady Rebels in the lead. Here they come down the floor. Still in the rear court, trying to get the ball across the line. They do with 1:12 to play. Lady Rebel basketball. Skip pass on the top of the circle. They work the ball to the left. Down to 1:04 to play, 37-27 Maryville. Lady Rebel basketball. Midkip drives in, runs over the top of a Lady Wildcat. That is a charge. Offensive player control foul against the Lady Rebels, and Oak Ridge will get it. Scott West is the head coach of the Maryville Rebels, assisted by a familiar name, Mike Driver, used to be at Farragut, Kayla Tilley, and Thomas Foschi, assistant coaches of the Lady Rebels. Here's Kamari, dribbling, driving, shooting up, no good. A little bit out of control that time. Down the floor will come the Lady Rebels. Lady Wildcats watch them drive in, kick the ball out, and throw it away. Intercepted Oak Ridge. Here's Samaj Clark in the rear court. Lady Wildcats with 39 seconds to play. Samaj launches a 3. Good! 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 33 seconds to play, and the Lady Wildcats are down by 7. 37-30 the score. Here come the Lady Rebels down the floor. They break it inside for a shot. Good. Lady Wildcats gambled a little bit, and it's back to a 9-point game. 20 seconds to play. Lady Wildcats. Hope Holt. Samaj again. Will it go? Yes, sir! Samaj Clark. And it's a 6-point game. 39-30 the score. Here comes Maryville with 6 seconds to play. They have basketball. Got to keep them from scoring here. Shot is up. No good. Rebound Lauren Hart as the third quarter comes to a close. The Lady Wildcats have rallied to a 6-point game at 39-33, primarily on the outside shooting by Samaj Clark.
Lady Wildcats scored 21 points in that quarter, David, by far their best quarter in this ball game. One thing I didn't go through during halftime was that the Lady Wildcats trailed 8-2 at the end of the first quarter. Then they were outscored 19-10 in the second quarter. Remember that the Lady Wildcats went on an 8-0 run. So before the 8-0 run, they were outscored 19-2 in the second quarter. And in the third quarter, the Lady Wildcats outscoring the Maryville Lady Rebels 21-12.
39-33 our score, 8 minutes to play in somebody's season. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back for the fourth and final quarter in a moment. Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena. Oak Ridge will get the ball first as we start play here in the fourth quarter, 39-33. Lady Wildcats making a great little push here. They were down at one point, 27-4. Have come storming back here. Lady Wildcats with the basketball. Kamari Mitchell-Steen attacks right, gives it into Hope Holt. Left side, Cannon Green. Works the ball top of the circle. Once again it goes. Lauren Hart had a 3, won't take it. Dribbles in, finds Kamari. Kamari pulls up, dribbles in, drives in for a shot. No good. Missed it. Thought she should have gone ahead and taken the three as they're going to try to reach in and grab the ball from her. They have the basketball. Here comes Maryville down the floor. Lady Wildcats kind of forced that last shot. Here's a three from the corner. No good. Rebound. Oak Ridge had it. Saved by Maryville. Lady Rebel basketball. They get a wide open three. It's good. Lady Wildcats, I think Kamari, and she took a nasty tumble there. Kamari has really struggled with her shot. I think on that shot a moment ago, she just kind of forced it too much, Mark.
Yeah, and she's limping too, David. That she was in a boot last week. Her limping right now is not a good sign for Lady Wildcats.
Timeout is asked for. 7 minutes, 23 seconds to play. 42-33. The Lady Wildcats, Mark, dug themselves such a big hole just to climb out. They have played outstanding ball, really, the last few moments of the second quarter, and played great in the third quarter, hitting their shots anyway. But they dug themselves such a hole, it was just so hard to get out of it.
Yeah, and that's what you said, that, exactly what you said that Coach Pruden would tell you, that, you spend so much energy trying to get out of the hole that, it's really tough. It's really tough to get out of that hole.
Right now, and there must be a surprise here. I don't know if this is a correct score, but the score that I'm looking at here, the Heritage Bearden ball game, the 27-1 Lady Bulldogs, according to what I'm reading on Coach T, they are trailing Heritage 51-32 at halftime. I can't believe that, but it's possible. Maybe somebody just entered it wrong. As the Lady Wildcats are down by 9 here, 42-33. They had cut it to 6 just a moment ago at 39-33. Lady Wildcats still have a lot of time here. 7:21 to play in the ball game. Yeah. Fritz, you can see why as Hope launches a three. It's up, no good. Rebound, Samaj Clark battles, but Hope saves it. Hope is then fouled. Personal foul called against number 14, Sikovich, the 5'5 junior, commits the personal foul. Just kind of bumped her a little bit. I wouldn't have called a foul there, but, I'm not an official. Samaj again for three. Why not? Shot is no good. Might have rushed that one just a bit. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Maryville. The Oak Ridge basketball, 42-33 the score. Lady Wildcats to work the ball in. Lauren Hart's in the ball game. The Wildcats work it into Gracie. It's going to be smacked down and intercepted by the Lady Rebels. They throw the ball down low for a shot. No good. Rebound, Oak Ridge. Samaj Clark's going to push it up the floor. Samaj dribbles left, finds Hope free. Lady Wildcats back to Samaj. Works the ball to Hope in the corner. Hope hold a senior. Kamari on the bench right now. Sprained her ankle during the season as Samaj thought about shooting a three. Dribbles in, takes a 12-footer. It's up, no good. Rebound, got to be very aggressive on the boards, especially with Kamari out of the ball game. Brian Leffler, the trainer, working with Kamari down there. 42-33 the score. She was, as Mark said, she was in a boot most of the week last week. Tried to play through it and did pretty well against the Farragut Lady Admirals, but she took a nasty tumble a minute ago, and she's out of the contest right now. Here comes Maryville down the floor. They'll drive in. The Lady Wildcats have got to figure out this grouping on the floor isn't on the floor usually. There's an air ball out of bounds. Ball's knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by Oak Ridge, and I think it was last touch by Lauren Hart. It'll be the Lady Wildcats once again with Maryville with the basketball. They get a little 10-footer. Good. The Wildcats are in a little trouble now. They're down 11, 44-33 without Kamari Mitchell-Steen on the floor. 6:18 to play in somebody's season here. Lady Wildcats, Gracie Heron with it. Works the ball left side. Cannon's open in the corner. You got to give it to her. She can shoot it. Lauren Hart can too. She launches a three. Go! 2-point shot for Lauren Hart, and the Lady Wildcats are down 44-36, but they need some stops on defense. Here they come down the floor. Lady Rebel basketball. They work the ball to the right corner. Out to the top they go. 44-36. They're almost a travel right there. Maryville basketball. Oakridge's got to take some gambles on defense here. They don't want to give up anything easy, but they've got to get the ball away. They're down 8 points with 5:43 to play. 44-36 to score. There's something easy. They shot went right past our defense, and it's 46-36, back to a 10-point game. Here's Samaj again for three. In and out, no good. Hustle for the rebound, pulled away, and it's a jump ball. I tell you, somebody who plays hard, that is Lauren Hart, Marquez. Lauren, she doesn't mind sticking her nose in there and trying to get rebounds. She's aggressive. She goes for the ball. I like her when she's in the ball game. That time she tried to get it away, just couldn't do it. It was a jump ball situation. Here they go in the corner, bounce pass, break down on defense. Shot is no good, though. On the rebound, Maryville back up with a shot, good. Lady Wildcats are just not used to having this grouping on the floor, though, Mark.
Yeah, they really are. They're really missing the leadership and a turnover there by Cannon Green, but they're really missing the leadership of Kamari Mitchell-Steen.
12-point game, 5 minutes to play in the season for somebody. The winner will play the winner of the Heritage Bearden ball game. And if that score that's absolutely crazy. If Bearden is down, as they work the ball down low, good defense by Gracie and Lauren. Lauren plays tough defense. She's added some to the offense here as the Maryville Rebels set it outside. Once again, they can work time off the clock. They're in the lead. 4 minutes, 42 seconds to play in the ball game. 48-36, a 12-point lead for the Lady Rebels. I just kind of wonder about that score with Heritage, according to Coach T, up 51-32. Maryville basketball, here's a shot. Good. Little keep away there. And Lady Wildcats just not comfortable with this grouping here in their assignments, I think. And Lady Wildcats' momentum seems to have died. Here's Oak Ridge down to Samaj. Here goes Cannon Green. Bounces once again out to Samaj. Has Cannon in the corner. Over goes right side. Lauren's in the right corner. Cannon's in the left. Samaj takes a three. It's up. No good. Rebound, Maryville. They just do a great job on the glass, Maryville does. They are offensively and defensively, they are a rebounding machine here, and they lead Oak Ridge by 14. 50-36 the score, Rebel basketball. The Rebels were their own worst enemy there in the third quarter, turning the ball over. Lady Wildcats actually cut the gap to at one point to 39-33. I think that's the closest it got. But then the Lady Rebels, after Kamari had to come out of the ball game, they have kind of just been able to do what they've wanted to do. Lady Wildcats just trying to find a match, matchups, and just trying to guard the right people here, and that has been a struggle. Maryville basketball, top of the circle once again, dribbling out to the top, unable to shoot once again, and they work the ball in. And Mark, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, Gracie Herring just picked up another foul, David. That'll be her second in the ball game, team fourth. Kamari Mitchell-Steen will now be coming in the game. Gracie Herring will be going out, but unfortunately, Fritz gets another 2 points. She's now up to 25.
And the Lady Wildcats are now down big, and Lady Wildcats season is in the balance here. I think whoever entered the game for the Heritage Bearden game entered it terribly wrong. Right now, it is 52-36 Bearden. That's more like it as Oak Ridge's Hope Holt launches a three. It's up, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Rebels. Here they come down the floor. Then Kamari steals it. Limps down the floor. She's so tough. She drives. She pulls up. She shoots. She's fouled. 53-36 the score. So thank you, Stephanie, for sending that. I knew whoever entered that into Coach T had to be wrong, and because I just didn't think that's happening. And I hate when people do that. As Kamari goes to the free throw line. 3 minutes to play in the ball game. 53-36 the score. Free throws up, no good. She'll have another one here. 2:59 to play. I don't think the Lady Wildcats have enough time to win this ball game, but Mark, the Lady Wildcats have seen a really, really fine season during a pandemic where they've, as Kamari hits that free throw, where they have, gotten a chance to play a full season. They might not be advancing past the same place where they advanced. They got beat by Maryville last year in the region semis. They might not go as far as some Oak Ridge teams have, but they've been a lot of fun to watch, and it's been a lot of fun to watch, especially these seniors, and especially Kamari Mitchell-Steen play out her senior year. And what a senior year it has been.
Yeah, it's great to see both the seniors on the team this year have already gotten scholarships, and they will be playing basketball at the collegiate level. So, great news for them, and just love to see when the athletes here at Oak Ridge can continue their athletic prowess.
Yeah, Hope Hill's going to go to Motlow State, and Kamari's going to go to Northern Kentucky. And those are the two seniors. Lady Wildcats, they'll miss their leadership, and they'll miss Kamari's scoring for sure, and just the ball handling of Hope Holt. But Lady Wildcats do have, Samaj has had a fine ball game today. Gracie comes back. Cannon and Lauren come back. Plus, hopefully, those Robertsville girls will contribute. Hopefully, they'll get a chance to play next year, the state champion Lady Rams. And we wish the Lady Rebels good luck as they move forward here. Not done yet. It's not looking good as the Rebels drive in for a shot. No good. Foul's going to be called. 53-37. Lady Wildcats had closed the gap to 39-33, primarily on the outside shooting of Samaj Clark. But right now, they've built the lead back up. And like we said, they had to use so much energy. And, of course, when Kamari came out of the ball game, some not so great things happened there for the Lady Wildcats. And hats off to the Lady Rebels. They are the region champs, defending region champs, and they're headed to a sub-state on Saturday.
Yeah, they're a very fine team, David. As you said, you said all game and said coming in as Cannon Green takes a three for the Lady Wildcats. Up no good, rebounded by the Lady Wildcats. Hope puts up another two.
And it's now 55-39, 2 minutes, 18 seconds to play. Hope was in the right place at the right time as Cannon misfired on her shot, but the Lady Wildcats were there in position. Now they're just kind of playing a little keep away here as they work the ball in for a shot. Good. 57-39 the score. Lady Wildcats quickly down to Samaj. Launches a three. It's up, no good. Rebound, Kamari Mitchell-Steen might have pushed off, and the ball's loose on the floor. And who's on the floor hustling for it? It's Lauren Hart once again. Lauren Hart, she doesn't mind getting her jersey dirty, Mark. She is always going for any kind of loose ball. She's battling right now inside. Just doesn't have the height there as they score once again. 59-39. Lady Wildcats down by 20. And just a moment ago, it was up to 6. Here comes Oak Ridge with the basketball. Here's Kamari. Launches a three from the corner. It's up, no good. Rebound hustling for it. Lauren Hart again. Aggressive is Lauren Hart. She doesn't mind battling it out there, Mark, and I love her spirit and her fight.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of heart that you wish, you could put in all of your players, David. And, there's no quit in her, and that's exactly what you want in one of your players.
Lady Wildcat basketball. Here's Lauren out the top. It has a three. He's going to dribble left. Should have shot it. Samaj is going to shoot it. It's on its way. Good. How many does Samaj have now in the ball game?
She's got 17 total points, David. That's her 5th three-pointer.
Yeah, and she had a good year last year in the game against Maryville. And then she knocks the ball out. Samaj came ready to play here. Lady Wildcats trailing 59-42. Great season here. And this is always disappointing when the season comes to a close. But to be honest with you, Mark, Miss Maryville basketball team is better than our Lady Wildcat team. I hate to say that, but it's just the truth. More experience, just more weapons, more size. As the Lady Rebels kind of working it out, I don't think we'll foul here as Lady Wildcats can continue to be aggressive. I just think Maryville has the better basketball team.
Yeah, I agree with you, David. I think that they do. Nothing. Not trying to knock the Lady Wildcats, but they're doing everything they can. There is no quit in this team, and I'm sure Coach Taylor would tell you the same thing.
Yeah, she's going to be proud of them. I think they just, as we said, they just dug themselves such a hole early on that it was just too hard to get out of it. They did make a nice little run, and I know she's going to be proud of that, but. She's very competitive, and moral victories are not what you want. You want victories as they put up a shot good, and it's now 60-42. So she'll be disappointed, as will the Lady Wildcats, because you're right. They have played hard the whole ball game. They looked a little out of sync, obviously, there in the first quarter, and looked a little confused on what they needed to do. As Kamari takes an NBA range three, it's up no good. Poor Kamari just cannot get her shot to fall. Here come the Lady Rebels down the floor, and then a reach-in foul is going to be called. 37 seconds to play. I think we're done fouling here. I think we, you want to try to get a steal here, but let's just let them play it out here. 61-42 the score. Mark, it's sad to see two seniors' seasons and careers come to a close, and they've had great ones.
Yeah, they have, David. I'm not sure if that they'll be pulled out here at the end so that the crowd can show their appreciation or not. But they've had it's been great to watch these two seniors play their career here at Wildcat Arena.
62-42. They're going to take their players out. Fritz, the Miss Basketball finalist, comes out. She had a great ball game. She's a great player. It's a great team. Boys will play Maryville tomorrow as Cannon works the ball out to the top to Samaj. Double team, triple team. Cannon's got it in the corner. Double team comes along the baseline, and she's fouled. And we'll go to the free throw line. Cannon has not been to the free throw line much at all this season. She has only been to the free throw line 6 total times all season long. She's a 50% free throw shooter. Let's see her knock down a couple right here. Here's her first toss. Good. Cannon Green knocks it down. She's a good free throw shooter, good outside shooter. Next year, she just needs to be a little bit more aggressive, Mark, at shooting, because as she knocks it down, good touch there, and it's 63-44. The Lady Wildcats still pressing in the rear court. I don't think they'll foul, though. Hope not, anyway, as the Lady Wildcats get a steal. Hope Holt's going to drive in. Here's a shot off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Kamari. Blocked. Gets her own rebound. Goes right back up with it. Good. It'll count. And Kamari will go to the free throw line. 63-46. Good hustle. That's an example of Hope and Kamari. This game is over for all practical purposes, but who got the steal? The senior Hope Holt. Who kept trying to fire shots up? Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Love that fight about him. They'll be hard to replace as Kamari goes to the free throw line. 12 seconds to play in the season. Boys will play the Maryville tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have a better result, taking on the Rebels here at the Wildcat Arena at 7 o'clock. Kamari shoots. Good. 63-47. Lady Rebels facing Oak Ridge's pressure, and it comes to Vananda. She works the ball down the floor. Dribbles out of there. Lady Wildcats trapping, but I don't think they'll press, and I don't think Maryville will shoot. Lauren's going to try to reach in and get the ball, but it does not matter. The final score is posted. Congratulations to the Maryville Lady Rebels. They have knocked off the Lady Wildcats by a final score of 63-47. So Maryville will move on to play in the region championship ball game, most likely against the Bearden Lady Bulldogs, who lead going into the fourth quarter 45-30. They finally got it corrected on Prep Radio. Congratulations to the Lady Rebels. They're moving on with a chance to defend their region championship. And congratulations to Oak Ridge. There's a lot of people who thought after that great class a year ago, Brianna Dunbar, Talia Davis, Rajay Eccles, just to name two or three off of that team, that, they wouldn't fare that well, but they maneuvered their way through a pandemic enough to win 21 ball games. And I think if you close out your season at 21-5, that's not where you want to be. You want to be moving on. But if you're 21-5 to close out the year, you've had a successful season.
Yeah, you have, David. Yeah, sorry, I was working on the stats here. There's no doubt that the Lady Wildcats had a successful season. They won their district. They won the first game in the region, and they just came up against a buzzsaw here in the second, in the semifinals of the region. And, this Maryville team, they're very good. They are very good, David. I've not seen Bearden play this year, but if Maryville is not the top team in their region, then we've always known that their region was very good, and we had a taste of it Friday when we played the Farragut Lady Admirals. They were a good team, and they finished fourth. So we knew that the competition was going to be tough here, and it was.
Final score of the ball game: the Lady Rebels win it 63-47. Once again, we would not be able to string this game to as many people as we have. I know we've had a lot of feedback from our community. Have had a lot of feedback from the community, honestly. They've enjoyed the streaming of these ball games. A lot of people can't get out to watch them. We understand that. And tonight, Jerry and Lisa Williams of Trinity Home Care and Consulting, LLC, and my good friends Bob and Ann McNeese helped us out with our rights fee to the TSSAA. And tomorrow, Johnny and Melissa Williams, probably along with their son Jaden Williams, and Jeff and Mike Henderson, in memory of their parents who graduated from Maryville. But Jeff and Mike played sports for Oak Ridge High School, but they're going to be sponsoring our broadcast tomorrow. So the boys are still alive, but the girls' season comes to a close here at the Wildcat Arena. Final score, once again, 63-47. I'll be speaking to Coach Taylor. Mark will have the stats, and we'll wrap it up here in a bit from the Wildcat Arena. 63-47, Maryville wins it. Back in a moment.
Thank you, Mark.
Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena. Maryville defeats the Lady Wildcats 63-47. As Keith Hyatt says, it's Mike Sheehan time. The Wild Man is in the house. He's got the mic in front of him. Mike, your thoughts on the ball game tonight?
David, we just got off to a really slow start, and I credit a lot for the Maryville Lady Rebels. They put some slam jam defense on us. I don't know that I've seen a team block any more shots than they did in the Lady Wildcats in the first quarter. When we went lacking 5 seconds, like being 7 minutes before we got our first shot to go in, and only have 2 points in the first quarter, that hadn't happened in eons. I can't remember when the Lady Wildcats only scored 2 points in one quarter. But credit Maryville. They just had a great defensive effort they put forward, and they just kept putting the pressure on them. I thought the Lady Wildcats made a great comeback there. I thought they were going to get them there for a while. They got it down to, I think, 7. And then they started balling them in again. And I'll tell you one thing, that Denise Fritz is one of the finest players I've ever seen in this gym, David. No wonder she's AAA, nominated player of the year. She just did an outstanding job tonight. She scored 32 points for them, and she just blistered. We had no answer for her. She's just an outstanding basketball player. And then Gracie Midkoff, she kept busting threes. She shot 4 threes. And then, she made some outstanding plays on her own right. She scored 17. And the Lady Wildcats, when Samaj got hurt there late in the fourth quarter, or actually in the third quarter.
When Kamari got hurt.
Yeah, Kamari, excuse me. Yeah, when Kamari Mitchell-Steen went out, I knew we were in trouble because we just lost our leadership. But she came back and played a whale of a game, David. I mean, she's one of the finest players ever bless this gym here at Oak Ridge High School. She scored 18 in her final game here, and she just does it all. She's an outstanding player, and I wish the best for her on up the road.
She's going to finish her career with 1,931 points. That's good enough for 5th on the all-time scoring list. She passed Erin McGinnis the other night against Farragut. Mike, we watched Erin McGinnis play, 3-4 years of solid, great basketball, won 2 Miss Basketball awards. And, if you're even mentioned in the same breath with Erin McGinnis, you've had a great career. And Kamari, she does so many things. And this year, she really had to take on so much, the leadership, obviously. Hope was there to help her with that. But she had to score just a ton of points. She was approaching 700 points on the year. She had 140 steals, almost 100 assists, almost 260 rebounds, 52 three-pointers, knocked down over 130 free throws. She had to do it all, and she never seemed to, shy away from that responsibility. She knew she had to make plays. She knew that she had to be, basically take the team on her shoulders, and she did that this year. Holt, obviously, her leadership, her calmness, and her ability to handle pressure was a great calming influence, and it helped, obviously, Kamari as well. But those two are going to be sadly missed. But great careers, and I'm so proud. Kamari's going to be going to Northern Kentucky. Hope's going to be going to Motlow State, so they're both going to continue on to play basketball.
Oh, that's a great thing to hear, Dave. I tell you, Hope doesn't get enough credit for the amount of assists that young lady dished out. I don't have any stats on that, and you probably don't either, but she was one of the best point guards that we've had in this high school in
117 assists coming into this ball game, and in her career, Hope had 230 career assists.
Wow.
So, yeah, big numbers.
I mean, absolutely. She's just a very good guard and just a great player, a good team player. You got to have a point guard that can dish it out like that, and she is exemplary in that respect as being a basketball player and a team player. And, I wish them both the best of luck as in their college careers. And I know they're going to do well. I have no doubt in my mind both of them are going to play a lot when they get into college.
No real surprise. It looks like it's going to be the Bearden Lady Bulldogs who Maryville will face. They faced each other in the championship game a year ago. They faced each other in the District 4 championship. And as I look down on the floor there's I think a camera person from Channel 6. We need to set Alex Myers up with that young lady down there from Channel 6, Mike. I mean, Alex is single. I don't know if that young lady is single. They work in the same business. I think it'd be a great match. What do you think?
Absolutely, and no question in my mind. I don't think we're going to have any trouble getting them matched up. It look like they're getting along pretty good on their own.
Right. Tomorrow, Mike, the Wildcats will take on the Maryville Rebels. Hopefully the boys will have a little bit more success than did the girls. But, Maryville always is tough. They come in, they've got 21 wins on the year. They lost a great team to graduation. Unfortunately, last year it was the district or the region championship ball game when we played Maryville. This year it's an elimination ball game. What are your thoughts on tomorrow's game against the Maryville boys?
Oh, I'm looking super forward to it. Any team we haven't played this year, knowing they're going to come in here and be really a good team, and they're going to give us a close battle tomorrow night, no question in my mind. I just hope Jeremy Miller's all the floor bruises he got from the other night. Man, I tell you what, he was on the floor more than any man I've ever seen in a long time. He really got bounced around, and I'm sure he was extremely sore. So hopefully he'll have the bugs out, and they'll be ready to play tomorrow night. And hopefully we can get off to a better start than the Lady Wildcats did tonight, and don't look back.
At one point in the ball game, Mark, tonight, the Lady Wildcats were down 27-4. It was 27-4 before they, kind of got it rolling. Went on an 8-0 run, I think, to close out the second quarter. But you mentioned 7 points. They actually closed the gap to 6 points at 39-33, and that is about the time when Kamari got hurt, unfortunately. And when she came out of the ball game, they kind of went on a little bit of a run.
Yeah, absolutely, David. That just a shame that I think she kind of tweaked her ankle or something. I'm not exactly sure what happened.
She was in a boot all week last week, so that ankle is she kind of hurt it. I think in the Clinton ball game back in the district tournament, and she had to wear a boot, and she basically wore that boot up until the Farragut ball game on Friday night, and
wow.
She's so tough, Mike. I mean,
she is. Oh my goodness, absolutely, she's tough. They don't come any tougher than her, David.
We're waiting to speak to the head coach, the Lady Wildcats, Coach Paige Taylor, I believe.
She just walked in just now, David. I'm ready to turn it over to her. Thank you for talking with me, and good night, everybody.
That is Mike Sheehan. Let's get Coach Taylor situated here. Final score of the ball game: the Lady Rebels defeat Oak Ridge by a final score of 63-47. Coach, I know this isn't the what you hoped would be the outcome of the ball game, but there are some positives. I mean, the negatives, obviously, you started out slow. I mean, that was the killer, honestly. I mean, and you and I've talked about this before. Sometimes you can exert so much energy trying to catch back up in a ball game that you just run out of gas. And you made the thing I know you're going to be most proud of. Your girls didn't quit. I mean, they just continued to play hard. They fought. The shots finally started going in, and they got some big shots from Samaj. You actually were down 23 points at one time, 27-4. Cut the lead to 6, 39-33. Kamari got hurt at that point, and then the lead kind of ballooned back up. But I know you're proud of their fight and just the season they've had.
Yeah, that's the conversation we just had in the locker room. There's not a lot of point in going in there and being negative at this point. But certainly disappointed in how we came into this game. We didn't have the same fight in us from the start that we had the other night against Farragut, and we found it there in the second quarter, but in the third quarter, but we found it a little bit too late. You can't win basketball games at this point in the season, scoring 2 points in the first quarter and then getting down, 23 points or whatever we were down by. But super proud of the effort to claw back and like you said, not give up. I I felt good going into that fourth quarter being 6 down, and it didn't go our way. But a lot of things I could sit here and talk about we didn't do, but like I said, there's not really a point in that. We're disappointed in the season that, and to end the season like this. I'm proud of them for getting to this point. Not a lot of teams get to this point, and it's a tough one to take.
Credit goes to the Maryville Rebels too. I mean, they play some really, really good defense. And one of the things that I think that kind of sets them apart from a lot of teams that we've played this year, obviously they have the Iowa State commit, signee, whatever, but they rebound the ball so well, Coach.
They do, and that was one of the things. We had to keep them off the offensive glass in first possession, offensive rebound and three-point shot, next possession, offensive rebound, put back. So definitely rebound the ball extremely well. We did not do a good job of boxing out and finding somebody and going after the ball. And even in the first quarter, we had shots. We had a ton of shots we were taking, and we were open for those shots. We just weren't capitalizing on them. And then we had no pressure defensively to do anything to turn them over, and to get some offense going in transition to get us in the flow for half court offense too. And that was a downfall, especially in the first quarter. I think, once we got them moving up and down, that's when we made our run, and we were able to score in half court as well as in transition.
Hats go off to Samaj Clark. I mean, really, it was her shooting really that kind of fueled the comeback.
Yeah, just proud of her for having the guts to take those shots. Those are big shots to take and a lot of pressure, because we're down, and you got to want the ball in your hands to take those shots, and she did. It's just. I don't know. I'm a little bit frustrated right now.
I know, Coach. You're a competitive person. I mean, that's your competitive nature. But I think once you kind of have a little time to reflect on it, and I know you have, because you enjoy being around these girls for sure. And it's sad when the season obviously comes to a close, especially when you lose two girls that have been with you for so long, Hope and Kamari. Kamari 1,900 plus points, Hope with 250 assists in her career. Hard to replace on the floor, but even harder to replace will be their leadership next year.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. It's like getting punched in the gut twice. You lose, and then you got to go in and tell your seniors bye at the same time, same night, and it's tough. You've got kids that have contributed greatly to this program, and you get to know these kids beyond the basketball court too, and you're losing a teammate, you're losing a player, you're losing a friend, and great kids, that's one reason I started coaching. I wanted these girls to have the opportunity to play at the high levels that I was fortunate enough to be able to be on teams to play at as well. And there's something, they work hard, and they need to be rewarded for their hard work, and to be recognized. And I'm disappointed because this is a team that could have gone on, and I wanted them to go on. I wanted Hope and Kamari to have that senior year, but I'm thankful for both of them.
Coach, I'm going to let you go. Just your final thoughts on the season here.
I told the girls it's a tough season, with COVID and not having Christmas at all as far as games, and no travel, and not having opportunities that we normally have. Even I still say those trips that we are able to take, are as good as playing competition, but it's also good for the bonding, team bonding, and growing together, and this, playing in front of crowds where you only have your immediate family in, and there was a lot of transitions and changes that they had to face, and I felt like they handled the adversity of the season well. I'm proud of them for that, and they accomplished a lot. They accomplished things that we wanted to accomplish. We just missed out on this one.
Coach, thanks a lot. I've enjoyed working with you again, and look forward to next year.
Thank you.
Coach Paige Taylor, she is the head coach of the Oak Ridge High School Lady Wildcats. The season comes to a close here tonight. Final score of the ball game: Maryville defeats the Lady Wildcats 63-47. That is the final score of the ball game. Mark, you've got the final statistics. We'll get Mark's mic going here in a second. Let's take a quick break here. Appreciate Jerry and Lisa Williams of Trinity Home Care and Consulting, LLC, Bob and Ann McNeese for sponsoring our broadcast. We'll be back with Mark and the stats in a moment.
Marquez back here at Wildcat Arena, where the Lady Wildcats fall tonight to the Lady Rebels of Maryville. Leading scorer for the Lady Wildcats was Kamari Mitchell-Steen. She had 18 points for the Lady Wildcats. She was 5 of 24 from the field, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Samaj Clark, also in double figures tonight, had a great night from the three-point line and beyond. She finished with 17 points. She was 5 of 15 from three-point land, 1 of 6 from twos. Hope Holt added 7 points for Lady Wildcats. She was 3 of 11 from the field. 3 points added by Lauren Hart, 1 of 1 from the field. And then Cannon Green added 2 points for the Lady Wildcats. She was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. As a team, the Lady Wildcats were 15 of 63 from the field. They were 7 of 31 from two-point land. They were 8 of 32 in threes, and they were 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Leading scorer for the Lady Rebels, no surprise here, Danae Fritz had 32 points for the Lady Rebels in their victory tonight. She was 11 of 21 from the field, 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Also in double figures was Gracie Mitkiff. She had 15 points. She was 5 of 12 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 6 points added by Alaya Vananda. She was 3 of 7 from the field. Let's see, also scoring Emma Mission. She fouled out with 13.6 seconds remaining in the ball game. She finished with 4 points. She was 1 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 3 points were added by Jada Edwards. She hit a 3. She was 1 of 1 from the field. Also with 3 points was Tatiana Sikovic. She was, 1 of 6 from the field. As a team, the Lady Rebels were 22 of 50 from the field. Breaking it down, they were 15 of 30 in twos and 7 of 20 from beyond the three-point line. And they were 12 of 13 from the free throw line. Interesting thing was both teams only missed 1 free throw. Lady Wildcats 9 of 10, Lady Rebels 12 of 13. Lady Wildcats, as we said, David, they trailed, the entire game. There's no doubt about that. They trailed at the end of the first quarter, 8-2. Then they were outscored 19-10 in the second quarter. Outscored the Lady Rebels in the third quarter, 21-12, to take where they cut the lead down to 6 going into the fourth quarter. But in the fourth quarter, Lady Wildcats just not able to keep up with the Lady Rebels. They were outscored 24-14 in the fourth quarter, and that's how we get to the final score. Lady Wildcats fall to the Lady Rebels of Maryville, 63-47. David?
Mark, one more time, just the scoring for the Lady Wildcats once again, quickly.
Kamar Mitchell-Steen had 18. Samaj Clark, 17. Hope Holt with 7. Lauren Hart with 3. And Cannon Green with 2.
So that's kind of what I was thinking. So Gracie Heron didn't have a point in the ball game, right?
Yeah, she definitely struggled. I mean, she was she was 0 of 3 from the field, and I'm pretty sure 2 of those 3 were blocked. I think she may have only had 1 shot that she actually put up. I think it was a bunny there on the right side as we look down here from the Wildcat Arena penthouse.
Of course, Mark, tomorrow the boys are in action. Hopefully they'll fare a little bit better against the Maryville Rebels. The guys in the championship game a year ago, these two teams played one another, but it's a semifinal round ball game like this one. The winner advances, the loser goes home. So the Wildcats hoping to extend at least one of the seasons to a sub-state ball game. That'll be 7 o'clock tomorrow against the Rebels. Your thoughts?
I'm looking forward to that game, David. The boys are playing well right now, not that the Lady Wildcats weren't, but, the boys, they've got more options, in my opinion, than the girls do. I mean, as you see, when Kamari Mitchell-Steen struggles, the whole team struggles. But give credit to Samaj Clark tonight. She did well. But, we saw early on in the boys' season that if Jeremy Miller did not play well or did not play at all, the Wildcats really struggled. Well, we've had some games here lately where Jeremy Miller has hardly scored, but the boys have really kind of stepped up, different players on different nights. We had Kel Slater get MVP of the district tournament, and then Saturday night he really struggled. So, I like the balanced scoring that the boys team has. You really can't predict who's going to have a good game. That when they played Saturday night, Jonathan Milloway had an incredible game. I mean, they just got the ball down to him down low, and he was able to score, kind of at will. So, I don't know, anything about the Maryville team. I don't know what kind of height advantage that the Wildcats may or may not have against them.
We will have a little bit of a height advantage. They're kind of a guard. I kind of anticipate they'll probably kind of slow the game down.
Okay, well, we'll see. Do they have anybody close to Milloway's size?
Not even close. They don't. So that's an advantage for us. But Coach Eldridge does a great job with them. They'll come in here and they will not take bad shots. They will be patient. They will work. They have some interesting losses. They lost to this West team, I think, that we beat the other night. I think they lost by 12 to that team at one point. A lot of their losses early. They lost to Fulton. They lost to Morristown East, and they lost to another team that we've played and beaten early on. But Coach Eldridge does such a fantastic job, and I would expect, honestly, them to kind of slow it down and try to make it a half-court game, and that kind of frustrates Oak Ridge just a little bit. They can shoot out of a half court. I think the keys are going to be Kel and Jonathan Stewart on defense to try to get us some steals and some transition buckets. I think those two guys are going to be really, really key.
Yeah, and I hope that we don't get into the mentality that we're a three-point shot team, because we've seen some games where we kind of have that mentality, and that's not our game. We can hit some threes. All of the players can hit some threes, but that's not that should not be our go-to, in my opinion.
So that'll be tomorrow night, 7 o'clock here at the Wildcat Arena. We'll stream the ball game, brought to you by Johnny and Melissa Williams and Jeff and Mike Henderson. They'll be our sponsors tomorrow, along with our regular sponsors. We appreciate Jerry and Lisa Williams of Trinity Home Care and Consulting, LLC, and Bob and Ann McNeese for sponsoring our broadcast today on our YouTube stream on our Prep Radio channel. We've also been on prepradio.com and Oak Ridge Schools Television, Channel 15. Appreciate Alex Myers helping us out in a pinch here today, along with Christian Rosas Rodriguez, Mark and Shauna Haste, as usual. Once again, well, I'll tell you this, the sub-state, I can tell you who the teams are going to be. It's going to be Bearden taking on Maryville. They'll be in the sub-state ball game. The winner will host, the loser will travel, and they'll be playing either the Lady Toppers of Science Hill or the Smoky Bearettes of Sevier County High School. Final score of our ball game here from the Wildcat Arena: Maryville knocks off the Lady Wildcats, ends their season 63-47. For all the people I mentioned, until tomorrow.